This square was photographed on Mars. It almost makes me want to say it's a structure left by aliens on Mars. Even Elon Musk writes about it. He wants to visit and see it, as it resembles ancient structures from Syria and Iraq. The image joins many other unusual formations on Mars. Like this door on Mars, this face, or this mummy. How can such a perfect structure exist on Mars, with a side of 1.7 kilometers? Let's not rush, I say. This isn't a perfect square, the two sides aren't equal, the face on Mars is a shadow effect, the door is just a rock fracture. And here we want to see a mummy, but it's just a rock that looks like a mummy. It's one of tens of thousands of rocks photographed on Mars. Some say that nature doesn't create perfect geometric shapes like this square, but look here, the hexagon on planet Saturn isn't perfect either. Or these natural geological structures on Earth. Many images of the square on the internet are processed, and there the square is really emphasized. If we look at the original picture, some of the sides are not visible at all. It's our eyes that construct them. And look here, the same region photographed by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. 17 years later, the square doesn't seem so obvious anymore. Sure, this square can still be photographed, but it's very likely to be just a random geological structure. But hey, who knows? What do you think? Write in the comments. The James Webb Space Telescope is helping us find new, dangerous asteroids. The telescope was built to study the beginning of the universe and to identify new exoplanets, meaning planets orbiting other stars. Recently, researchers have also been using it to investigate small-sized asteroids, which until now were difficult or even impossible to detect using conventional methods. The instruments on board the James Webb Space Telescope have so far enabled the discovery of 138 new asteroids, each with a diameter of less than 100 meters. This data was published at the beginning of February in the journal Nature. If these asteroids hit Earth, they wouldn't trigger a global disaster. But it is important to know their trajectory so we can predict or even prevent an impact with serious local consequences. That was true for the February 15, 2013 Chelyabinsk impact, where fortunately no one was hurt. Thousands of buildings were damaged and hundreds injured. A meteorite with a diameter of only 50 meters created in Arizona 50,000 years ago, a crater 200 meters deep and more than a kilometer in diameter. In early March, the James Webb Space Telescope will observe asteroid 2024 IR4. The asteroid will be too far from our planet to be observed by ground-based telescopes. However, James Webb will not only improve orbit estimates by observing it, but will also confirm its size with infrared measurements. 2024 IR4? Stop! No lobe has witnessed this before. The same scythe image appears 6 times. A quasar is the highly active core of a galaxy, extremely bright, powered by a supermassive black hole at its center. The quasar in the image is located 11 billion light-years away from us. The light coming from it passes by countless galaxies which, through their gravity, bend the surrounding space and thus deflect the light rays. Most of the time, only one galaxy lies between us and the quasar. As you can see in this photograph, in a formation called Einstein's cross, several images of the same quasar are formed. In this new image taken by the James Webb Telescope, for the first time 2 galaxies are almost perfectly aligned in between. One is 10 billion light-years away from us and the other is 2 billion light-years away. This time, 6 images are formed, a record and a unique phenomenon. Nothing like this has ever been photographed before. The effect is called Einstein's zigzag because the light reaches us from very different directions. Moreover, the phenomenon is also very useful. The light takes different amounts of time to travel along different paths because the lengths are different. This means that we see the image of the quasar when it was at different ages, one younger, another older, studying the same quasar at different distances. Astronomers can calculate the expansion of the universe more precisely and may shed light on the mysterious dark energy that drives it. Blue Ghost becomes the first lander from a private company, Firefly Aerospace, to successfully land on the moon without any issues, and it does so on the first attempt. Blue Ghost has already sent the first image from the surface of the moon. In the coming period, we will also see clearer images with better resolution, and another one from the moon with us in the background. As Blue Ghost sees us, we'll keep seeing these images in the days ahead. Blue Ghost left Earth, entered the moon's orbit, and prepared to land in Mercurium. The engine started while Blue was on the moon's far side. 20 minutes later, radio contact was restored as the lander approached the lunar surface, but more landings are coming. Nova Ciatena, the second lunar lander from Intuitive Machines, is heading to the moon, and the landing is scheduled for Thursday, March 6th in the Mons area, Mountain Resilience. The Hakuto Air mission lander from the Japanese company iSpace performed a lunar flyby on February 15th and is scheduled to land sometime in April. Check bar Sempuro for more info from Claudio Tanacelia. No, not the kind that couldn't attack the planet. Traces of extraterrestrial life in the vicinity of Jupiter, more precisely on its moon, Europa. This is Europa. Clipper, a state-of-the-art probe that cost $5 billion and has just taken off for Jupiter and its moon. Europa, why there? Because Europa is not a dead moon. Beneath its frozen crust lies a vast ocean which contains twice as much water as the entire planet Earth and could be up to 100 kilometers deep. And where is it believed that life appeared in the solar system? Somewhere there was water, yes, in the primordial oceans of the planets and of Earth. We carry this with us daily in our cells. On Europa, life might have emerged on the ocean floor. Near hydrothermal vents, where they generate energy and heat, creating the perfect environment for life to appear. However, the Europa Clipper probe will not dive into Europa's ocean to film the monsters there on site. Instead, it will fly as close as possible to the planet's surface, plunging through the powerful water geysers erupting from Europa's surface. These massive columns of water could carry tiny unseen bacteria that rise to the surface from the depths of the ocean there. By collecting and analyzing these samples, the probe could capture the first tangible evidence of life beyond our planet. If you want to be the first to find out about your extraterrestrial cousins, don't forget to subscribe. How do you think they might look? On February 28th, you have to go outside, look at the sky, then all the other 7 planets of the solar system will align. No, it won't look like this, or like this, or like this, and definitely not like this. Why can't you see it when you look at the sky at night? Mercury will be just above the horizon, and to see Neptune and Uranus you'll need binoculars or a telescope. And no, nothing bad or anything else will happen, it's just that such an event won't happen again until the year 2040. In fact, on all these evenings you can see a few planets shining very brightly in the sky. Have you looked? Write in the comments what you saw. And explain to me why my hand doesn't get wet. The snow will melt, it just takes longer. Your hand is cold outside, so it gives off a little heat. The snowball. Put the snowball on a hot stove, now it melts immediately, and the contact surface between your palm and the snowball in your hand is small. The heat transfer is weaker now, and ice is also a good thermal insulator. See igloos. In addition, your snowball is large, and the energy needed to melt it is almost equal to the energy needed to heat it. Then, at 100 degrees. It's a small piece of snow because it now needs less energy. It will melt in your palm. Until next time, I am Christian Presura, Physics Explained. You are smart. I wish you all the best. Goodbye.